So, how was everybody's week? As for ship news this week, well, we kind of saw the interior of the Idris. Yes, the Idris. We saw the interior of it again when they were showing some, technical stuff that they were doing on the interior of the ship. It was nowhere near as detailed as the stuff that we'd seen before in the single player demo last year, but I mean, we did see it. We did see the Idris. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But apart from that, there really wasn't any news. Nothing really happened at the end of the week. Nothing. Everything is fine. We're all fine down here now. How are you? In fact, how are you? Yeah. I mean, nothing really to talk about. Oh, shit. Okay. So, yeah, this is gonna be an interesting video. It's gonna be a bit of an experiment in temper containment. We're gonna try to be as professional as we can, but let's look at the CitizenCon digital ticket. Digital ticket for Citizen. Blah, blah. Okay, let's try that again. Digital ticket for CitizenCon 2948 includes live streaming access to all presentations, exclusive digital items given away at CitizenCon, including an in-game wearable duster jacket, CitizenCon 2948 trophy, CitizenCon 2948 weapon. It would really help to know which weapon it was. Access to purchase exclusive CitizenCon merchandise, plus an Imperator subscription for the month of October. Subscription included with this item begins October the 9th, ends November the 9th. Please note, restreaming this content on a third-party site is prohibited. Digital ticket can't be bought with store credit. Okay, so we later found out, of course, that there was some issues with CitizenCon. First of all, it's scheduled on a Wednesday, which is a genius move, but it was required because the situation in, I guess, Austin, Texas required it. There's a music festival on the one weekend, there's a music festival on the other, so it's sandwiched in the middle. They still want to, I guess, hold that date, so they were able to get this venue on a Wednesday. So ticket sales were not, I guess, what they hoped it would be, and there's a lot of tickets going on out there. I guess the primary tickets have been sold, but the rest of the tickets, as of the recording of this video, are still available. So that was kind of an issue. Also, they went and they hired a professional video crew to go and film the presentation and put it up. So I guess no more Jared Red 1 Jared Red 1 please Red 1 Jared type presentation this year. This year it's going to be professional. Which, is that really required? I think we've all found the and I want to say it in a nice way, but the amateur presentations to be a little bit more friendly, a little bit more human, and a little less professional, polished, which can often be kind of cold and detached. I've enjoyed them, and the best parts of them were the parts where they kind of came, where the train went off the tracks, when the wheel came off the wagon. That was kind of the fun. That was kind of, what's going to happen this year? Is Chris going to crash into another asteroid and be like, this is bullshit? That's the kind of stuff that we like. That's the kind of stuff that makes those presentations fun. So part of it, I guess, was the idea that they don't like the idea of people taking their content and then re-putting it up, like the entire presentation. It gets up on like 5 or 6 different YouTube channels. And also, there are people like me who will take little snippets out of these presentations and then use them in a video for context. But then again, I'm also somebody who has been a long-term subscriber to Star Citizen. So the digital content that you see from Star Citizen, I am one of the people that contributes to make that, because I also, in the symbiotic way, I use that same material that I pay for to create these videos, or at least little snippets of it. So that's kind of how I justify things on my end. I kind of paid to help create it, so I feel that I have kind of a right to use it here and there. Now, the justification, one of the justifications for this was the fact that, well, Blizzard does this every year. It's called BlizzCon. Yes, they do. And the BlizzCon ticket generally goes for, I think, about $49.99 US. Might be different in your area. I believe that was the last price. We should actually get a price announcement for this year rather soon. But of course, with the BlizzCon ticket, you get 3 days of panels and streaming and access to all that material for, I think it's 3 weeks after the presentation. You can watch it again and again to watch certain portions to make sure you got all the information you wanted. And they deal with the entire pantheon of Blizzard titles. I mean, Diablo, World of Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm, the card game thing, Overwatch, StarCraft. They deal with a lot of these things. There's even something like a Diablo 4 panel, apparently, something along those lines, that's coming up this year that I'm very excited to see. And so for someone like me, who's been obviously a very big fan of Blizzard games over the year, it's something of a tradition for me to purchase the ticket and watch the panels, because there's, you know, at least a couple of titles there that I'm very interested in. But along with those digital tickets comes, of course, in-game goods, little toys, knickknacks, and doodads that span the entire pantheon of Blizzard titles. Let me show what I got, the big one. Let me show you the big one that I got last. Yeah, a Warblimp. That's a 2-person mount. So anybody who's too lazy to get the Pathfinder achievement, if I have to cart them around somewhere, I now have a vehicle that can do that. And on the Alliance side, I will have the Alliance equivalent of the airship. That's a pretty decent deal, and I enjoy it. It's 3 days worth of streaming, and I enjoy it a whole lot. The Star Citizen presentation is going to come out to what? Maybe 5 hours, maybe 6, maybe even 7. But I don't really think that Star Citizen's in a place where they can justify, you know, a paid ticket for a con. I'm sorry, you're not there yet. I mean, those people are updating people and selling people on games that they've already made, games that are already out there, games that people are playing right now, and not only that, possibly even games that are coming in the future. So, you know, they have an established audience and an audience that has the product in their hands. And, you know, some people might argue that, well, technically we have Star Citizen in our hands. Well, with that Star Citizen, people are going to fucking riot. No, you're not there yet. You're not there where you can charge for this type of stuff. But you're in a bit of a bind. So you got to pay for this. You got to pay for this presentation. You want to do it professional. You want to do it big this year. But charging for a ticket, I think, was a stupid idea. This was just a dumb idea. How do you do it? How do you get the money you need to run the presentation that you want to run while still keeping the stream free for everyone? Because remember that this stream, this presentation, this is you going out there in front of the audience and not showing the product that you've already delivered. This is you going out there and hoping for patience, goodwill, and additional funds to complete the project that you're still working on and that you've been working on for a very long time. How do you do that? You go and you talk to one of your ship artists or your ship designers and you say, hey, that thing, the Drake Dragonfly, right? Can we stick an exclusive skin on that? Yeah, we can do that. How long would it take? Maybe a day? Realistically, maybe a day, maybe 2. Let's give them 3 days. 3 days to come up with that. Okay. So we're going to come up with some exclusive kick-ass skin for it, maybe put a skull on it, something badass, or maybe we'll do a couple of different ones. Give me a couple of options and we'll keep them all. Then you go and you say, hey, to celebrate CitizenCon 2948, we are going to create, just to help us mitigate the expenses, you're going to be seeing a much more professional presentation. We're going to be offering from now until CitizenCon, an exclusive Drake Dragonfly with LTI for $20. That comes with a duster and a gun. And, this is going to be your chance to get in under Drake Dragonfly below the normal Drake Dragonfly cost. And this is to help support the presentation that we're going to give you at CitizenCon. Because it changes from a thing that's like, oh, well, you got to pay if you want to watch CitizenCon, to it's almost a deal that you can't say no to. It's like, holy shit, that's a kick-ass Dragonfly. What, only $20 just to celebrate CitizenCon? I can get on board with that. Shit, I would buy that even right now. I would buy that. I would be like, yeah, I'll drop $20 on a kick-ass Dragonfly with LTI. Hells yeah, it comes with a duster and a gun. Sweet, sign me up. And that's how you pay for it. It's kind of marketing 101. And one last thing, just as a slight added footnote. Chances are during the middle of this presentation, you're going to reveal a new starship that you're going to want to sell. Generally, sales go well when people can see the ship that you're trying to sell them and not 3 days later. So it might be a good idea to kind of follow the Minion Soldier plan and therefore make the presentation free so that everyone can see the ship that you will be trying to sell them. Just a thought. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.